everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Notice anything different? The dreads are back! Oh yeah, this is look. Getting a thumb cramp. If you know anything about me, you know that I used to have dreads for 4.5 years, got pregnant, my scalp rejected them, and I had to completely take them out for a year. Well, my scalp is healthy, I'm ready to go, and I put them back in. This video is going to be a tutorial on how you do that, how you're going to dread your own head, how you're going to add extensions to your hair. It's going to tell you everything you need to know to get started and to do it and it to look pretty good. I'm going to add a timestamp. Here she is. Anything you need to know if you're just trying to jump in and to go to something specific, I'll have it right there for you so you don't have to watch the entire video. There are a few things you're going to need for this video, especially if you want to add in the extensions. First, you're going to need a crochet hook. This one is a size 10 by 1.3 millimeters. I would actually recommend a little bit bigger of a hook, but this is all I had, so this is what we're using today. Second, you're going to need extensions. I bought mine at Sally's. I got a really big thick one, so I have a good bit left, but I can use that when I want to do more extensions. So that's all you're going to need. With all that being said, here we go. So you're first going to want to section out your hair. This takes a little bit of time, but I promise you it's well worth it. Get yourself some rubber bands that are easy to use and just go at it on your head. Making sure the sections are pretty similar is very helpful and makes your dreads look a lot better and a lot crisper. The next thing I'm going to do is called the twist and rip method. You are going to take your hair and you're going to pull it apart. You're going to twist those pieces and pull those apart and just continue that process. After we get done with that, we are going to pull the dread through itself. This is going to tighten the dread and start it out really well and really strong onto your scalp. So once we get done with that, we are going to take the crochet hook and start pulling in the little fine hairs that have started to spring out from the tees. So you are just going to go on and just start pulling in all of those hairs. This is going to take a while, but trust me, it's worth it. The more time you put into it, the stronger the dread is going to be. Okay, I am back. It's been about 30 minutes. And I've just been really working. Can you see that? I'm sorry, my voice is so crazy. I've been coughing like crazy. So that is just using this needle and just pulling all those hairs through and just hanging out, like walking around the house doing it. It's all I've been doing. And I started on this one. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing for my whole head. I'll just keep you updated the more I do. But yeah. Exciting. Now after all of those are done, we are again just going to pull those through just like this. And as you can see, that tightens it really nicely and brings it close to the head. So I got these extensions. Look how full they are, first of all. That's like so much hair. So I'm going to take these, and it's on a strip. Yeah, the dye didn't get all the way. I had to dye them myself. We'll fix that later. But I'm going to take it and separate it, and I'm going to dread each piece. And so I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to start dreading pieces of it. So we're going to leave it on the track. We're going to dread sections, and then when I'm done, I'm I'm gonna attach those sections to my hair. So we're gonna add this to that. Oh, look at that length. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna watch some TV while I do it because it takes forever. Yeah, I'll check back in with you. Alright, so now we're getting into the extension process. Now that my head is dreaded, we are going to start working on this. So as you can see, I'm going to lay these out flat, and then I'm going to cut them in half because they were a little long. Now I'm going to take those rubber bands and section out the extensions, just like I did with my hair. Okay, so now what you're seeing is I didn't have enough tension on either side of the weave, so I had to use my feet.
Great. After Drew extended the invitation for me to go to his downtown loft,
I'm still getting used to this whole light thing. It's really bright. Is it bright to you guys? Oh my gosh, it's like I'm a ghost. Okay. Alright, so I section them off into little pieces. Okay, and so now I'm gonna just start dreading away. It takes so long. So I don't know how many I'm actually gonna get done, but may the process begin. So here you see I'm just doing that same twist and rip process, just getting it all the way down to the end of the extension. Look familiar? Gotta pull those hairs through with the crochet hook like before, and then you are gonna have the finished product. Here it is. It's so clean and so fresh. Now once that dread is completed, I am going to cut it off of the track, and then when I want to add it to my hair, I'm going to actually cut the hair freely from the sewed in piece at the top. Alright, it's the next day, and I'm just going to continue that process. I really wanted to show you how raw it was, how long it took to really get an entire head dreaded. So this is just that same process, sectioning it off. I'm going to twist and rip it, and then I'm going to pull it through with the crochet hook. I dreaded my whole head. It is complete. Took me like 2 days. I've finally done it. Now it looks a little crazy, but tonight we're working on extensions. So are you ready? Are you ready? Let's look at it. Oh yeah, so it looks a little crazy, but it's done. Let's go ahead. Sorry, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get these extensions rolling. In this next clip, I'm going to show you how to connect the extension to your natural hair. Hold the clip. I got 7 extensions put on my dreads behind the scenes, and I'm about to show you how to do that. I'm going to kind of zoom in so you can see everything that goes on. So this is the extension. Ta-da! And I cut off the strip on the top. So now it's just a lot of loose hairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the fork method. I don't know if you've heard that before. So extension, you're going to split into 2, and then my hair I'm going to split into 2, and we're going to connect it like this. And then these we're going to weave up here, and these we're going to weave down here. So they're going to be interlocked pretty much. We're just going to do that together. I'm going to kind of zoom you down so you can see everything that's going on and enjoy this process. So I'm pulling it out so that you can have a longer piece to dread into the other one. That way it stays longer. See? So then we're going to fork it like so. Alright, so this is a good amount. I'd say it's about 2 inches long. And then we're just going to do the fork method, and that's how I'm going to put them together. Ta-da! Now the tricky part is starting out. It's really difficult to keep them together. Normally I don't really mind keeping them in the fork. That's on the second half of the other side of the fork. So we're just going to pinch the dread with the top fork, and we're just going to use my hook, and we're going to just start going in on it. We are just pulling these hairs in. So now I'm going to flip it over and pull this back through. Alright, so you can kind of see that fork is done. So we still have our bottom forks. Now is when we're going to focus on making sure they're going through each other. Okay, so we're going to pull it through. As you can see, it is forked on both sides. Pull that down, and we're going to take the second top, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the first. See, it's like a little blob of hair. My extensions are also a little brighter than my regular hair. I'll fix that when I re-dye it all together. But it kind of helps because now I can kind of see what hair is where. Alright, so now we're going to start, we're going to start working it down. So we're going to just start up here and just slowly get all the way down. And this will bring the bottom in. The top is the most important though. And that's normally where the longer hair is going to be anyways, because you can kind of decide how much hair you want. This is the weak spot, it's where they connect, it's that middle. So that's kind of what you're wanting to make sure fills up with hair. Because if not, then it's slowly going to separate and you're going to have to do this whole process over again, which I am not a professional, and that happens all the time. And it's really irritating because then you lose a lot of hair and you're going to have to buy new extensions. Yeah, so this time around I am trying to do it a little bit better. So you see how I'm pulling it all the way down. And right now I'm working on this little section. Alright, I'm going to flip it over and continue. Getting a thumb cramp. It's no joke. So it's a little thinner because the dread extension itself was actually a little too thick for this strand, but I'm not going to stress it. You're really not going to see it when you put all the hair together, but it's almost done. This is actually a really fast one, just surprised me. Normally they take about 30 minutes. So we're just going to try and build that up with some hair and tighten it. Over time it'll loosen and you're just gonna have to go back, but it's okay. It looks really good. So now we're gonna do the iconic dread roll all the way out. And this gets it so that it's not like a rectangle shape. Let's see if you can see that. You can see how it's kind of flat. We want it to be round and pretty. I'm not unzooming this, so I'm just gonna squat down. Okay, I'm gonna go to the couch, I'm gonna make some coffee, and I'm gonna just see how many dreads I can put extensions on tonight. And hopefully it's a lot because I'm ready for these bad boys to be in. I really want to show you how they look right now, but I think that would kind of ruin the surprise. So I'll check back in. You guys, it is the next day. It is 5:53 and I'm on my last dread. So we're gonna do it together. I have limited time. People are coming over in like, what time is it? Yeah, they're gonna be here like any minute. So hopefully this will be as fast as that dread I showed you guys. Because some of the dreads take 30 minutes to go in. It just depends. So we are gonna hope that this one doesn't take that long. Okay. Well, my family's here, so this sucks. I guess I'll pause it. And you'll probably just see the finishing product. So I'm just gonna keep doing this, go see them, and I'll be back with the finished product. You guys, we did it! Here it is, the finished product. I'm gonna take my hat off so you can see the roots. They don't look pretty. There they are. They're crazy, but that's okay. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a little crazy, but they're not locked yet. So they're new and they're fresh. So it's gonna take 3 weeks at least to start locking. Me being a white person, that's how long it takes me. Which means you don't wash your hair. You don't wash the roots. I'm gonna wash my bangs because I left those out. But my roots do not get washed. And it's gonna be gross, and that's how dreads have to start. But that's okay because we have our hat, we have headbands, and we can pull our hair up in a bun. And that's what we're gonna do for the next few weeks. But I think that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any other questions that I didn't state, just leave them in the comment box down below. If I know the answer to them, I'll let you know. But all that to say, we will now end this out in a blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace during this crazy time in 2020. I hope that you like and subscribe. Leave those comments down below and check back for next week for the next video. Bye.